All right, we are live on YouTube. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight for this very special and brief late night show I'm going to be doing. I hope you all had a great day today. It was a beautiful day here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Before I get to it here, let me just make sure that everything is rolling smoothly. I even have a very, very special surprise here for you folks tonight. So stick around for that. It'll happen right here at the beginning of the show. But let me check out the back end of YouTube first of all and make sure it's running smoothly. And let's see, come on. There it goes, and it absolutely is. Let me also make sure that the YouTube notification has gone out. And there it is. And a sound check. Sound check. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli. Glad you could all join me here tonight for this very special. Oh, the mic sounds really, really good. I tweaked up my settings a little bit. And let me go ahead and do this here before I get into what I'm going to be discussing here tonight. Most of you are aware that I purchased a brand new microphone, and I did some updates here to my home studio over the last week or so. And in the last few days, I was putting it all together. I expanded my green screen coverage from 9 feet to 15 feet here in my studio. So when my lady comes in, we can pan the camera, or we can actually zoom the camera out to 16 millimeters. And right now it's 22 millimeters on me because I'm by myself. But we can also do more, which I will share with you folks right now. I bought my lady the Shure SM58 microphone. This is the legendary Shure SM7B here that you're hearing me on. But let me grab this here for a second. Here is the mic, and I'm going to test this right now live on the air, putting it on. Okay, right now I'm on the Shure SM58, and this is how I sound like on the Shure SM58. Let me know in the chat if you can hear how good the Shure SM58 sounds. It sounds almost as good as the SM7B. And this is the microphone my lady's going to be using when she joins me here in the studio. More than likely tomorrow, we're going to be doing a show, and you're just going to hear great audio and see great video. And we've got a lot of great stuff coming for you here on this channel. So that is that. Let me turn this off. See, I turned it off. And now you're hearing me from the Shure SM7B over there. Give me a second. All right. So that's the Shure SM58. And everything is all set to go. It took me 2 full days between setting up my, new green screen coverage and to add this microphone and tweak it through some settings to make it sound real good. But we're all set to rock and roll. California Forward Outdoors in the house. Well, let me get through the chat here before I get to it. Well, tonight's show is actually titled Late Night Come to Jesus Moment Chat. One more time. Late Night Come to Jesus Moment Chat. Okay. Well, my dogs are barking in the other room, or well, my lady's dogs. They're our dogs because she lives with me. She's sleeping in the other room. They like to bark at the TV at times whenever a cat or a dog pops on. But anyway, hold on a second. The little dog continues to bark. Give me a second. I got to go check things out. Give me a second. right, we should be back. Sorry about that, folks. I apologize for that. My lady is sleeping in the other room on the couch. She has the dogs there, and we leave the TV on in the background when we sleep. And whenever like a dog or a cat or something violent happens on the TV, the dogs go a little crazy. So my apologies for that. Let me again make sure that the sound is okay here. Give me a second here. Just give me a second. Gonna mute for a second. All right, my apologies. Everything is rolling very, very well. All right. So let me get through the chat here, and then I'll talk about what I want to talk about here tonight regarding this late night come to Jesus moment chat. Got 24 people here. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, Whoosh Whoosh, how you doing, brother? GLM, is this stream going to be about the gospel? Well, no, it's a come to Jesus moment. GLM. She said, have a good night. ODN was here earlier. Hulk smashed the like. Are you still around, ODN? Welcome to the show. GLM says, I hope you get away from all of that toxic stuff and go back to your usual content. I have no interest in associating with most people in the drama sphere. I'm a dip away until all that settles. Well, cool. Come and go as you wish, GLM. No problem at all. Thank you for stopping by. She goes, I wish you and Don all the best, but none of this is healthy. God bless. Well, GLM, here's the thing, to be honest with you. You've participated in this as well. And I'm not saying that you've done anything wrong or you've been bad or anything like that. Sure, we've had our moments in the past years ago, and we all learned from that. But, you do have some people that you call friends that are still associated with these drama groups that are creating all these issues. And so I don't know what to tell you. It's like I'm going to share my thoughts about this one final time here tonight because it's important to do so. And it's more so comical to me because it's like a repetitive cycle that happens like every 6 months to a year. It's just the same old thing, just different characters. And it's just ridiculous. And the people that are participating in this stupid shit, if they only realized that they are being used as patsies, and there's only one or two people in that whole group that are making any money doing this, then they might reconsider, what they're doing and the risk they're putting their channels doing these things. That's even more important right there. But yeah, thank you for stopping by, GLM, and we'll see you when we see you. Your mod wrench will still be here waiting for you, all right? Let's see. Admirals for Life. We got a late one. Yeah, absolutely. And it's only going to be like a half an hour to 45-minute show. That's all, because I got to get to bed soon. My lady and I are going to, spend some time together tomorrow. Let's see here. Coach J. Rob says, late night, Mateo. I just woke up to start my day. This is morning. Well, you're on the East Coast. Yeah, it's 4:30 a.m. Eastern, 1:30 a.m. Pacific. Absolutely. 30 people in the box. Thank you so much for being here. There's a guy named Rapper that says, hi. Hello, Rapper. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. California Ford, how you doing? 1:21 a.m. at work and listening to the famous Coach Eli. Yeehaw. Well, I don't know if I'd say I'm famous, but thank you for the kind words. California Ford Outdoors has been a part of the mod crew here, and I've known her now for, a couple years, like maybe 2.5 years. Lewis Fuller introduced us 2.5 years ago. And I have to say, California Ford Outdoors, it's been a great pleasure and honor being your friend behind the scenes and communicating with you. And, both my lady and I and everyone else, in the Coach Eli mod group, at least people that are connected behind the scenes, in the mod group on Facebook. We all love you, and you're just an amazing woman. You're a strong woman, but you're down to earth. You're reasonable, and you have a big heart and soul like my lady. So much appreciated there. Coach J-Rom, almost hell. The 58 is cleaner audio. Well, the SM58 was made, for stage vocals, and it has a different frequency response. The SM7B was made more for like podcasting and stuff like that, radio shows and stuff like that. And you can use it for vocals too. Michael Jackson did use this mic I'm using right now, the Shure SM7B, for recording the Thriller album. But yeah, you're probably going to hear a little more treble sound through the Shure SM58, especially if you're far away from the microphone, or if you're not right up against the microphone. When you're up close and personal, you get that nice boomy proximity effect, so. But yeah, that's interesting. You say almost hell, the 58 is cleaner audio. Yeah, well, the SM58 requires a little less gain than the SM7B to be powered, and I am running a Cloudlifter preamp on both the Shure SM7B and the SM58. So this audio should be very, very clean all around. I also use a program called Reaper to do some post-processing on the fly. Well, you can't do it, post, because this is live, right? So whatever I would have done post-processing on a pre-recorded video, I'm doing it on the fly through Reaper. So I have it equalized, EQ'd, I have it leveled off as best as possible, and I tweaked it as best as I can. But thank you for that, Coach J-Rom. Aussie Outlaw, good day, Eli and Lady Dawn. Thank you for that, Aussie Outlaw. I'll let my lady know tomorrow that you said good day. ODN says, sounds as good as my Rode mic, if not better. Yeah, the Rode mic's not a bad microphone. Yeah, is yours XLR, ODN, or is it USB? I think you're running XLR through an audio interface, right? CFO, or not CFO, California Ford. She used to be California Ford Outdoors, and we call her CFO, but she's just California Ford now. Aussie Outlaw in the flesh. Hey. Outlaw says, I use a Shure mic for my band singing. Do you use the SM57 or 58? The 58 is a great microphone for singing. The SM57 is great, for like drums and stuff like that. So that's that. Aussie Outlaw says, Buster, come on the show, little fella. We'll bring him on the show again. We'll bring both the dogs on the show. Here's the thing. I have a 20-foot XLR cable attached to the Shure SM58. And the reason why I got, 15 feet of green screen now, not only, I didn't only do that for the show when my lady's sitting here with me on the desk, but we can bring the camera and the microphone and sit down on the carpet with the dogs and do a show that way. And the green screen coverage goes all the way down to the floor. So you'll see a nice background even if we're sitting on the floor. So yeah, that's going to be awesome. Let's see here. What else do we have here? Eli, Johnny Carson never had these problems, LOL. What problems are those? Just kind of curious. Ninja says, yo, what's up, homie Outlaw? Aussie Outlaw says, ODN, doing great. Thanks, man. We have the fire going for a laid-back Sunday evening. All right. That's great. Hello again, the ghost of Whoosh Whoosh. He says, woof, woof, or woof, woof. LOL, Aussie says, Coach J-Rom. Good day, J-Rom says, Aussie. Aussie says, Jesus was a funny bloke. He used to do stand-up comedy in my town. He was often misunderstood. Oh, that's great, dude. Wonderful. You're lucky GLM's not here to hear that comment. Admirals for Life, I'm back. Welcome back. California Forward welcomes you back. Outlaw says, some people thought it would be funny to put Jesus on a cross, and things went wrong from there. California Forward says, yep. Ninja says, the notorious Eli. Oh, yeah, I guess you can call me that. Yeah. Let's see. I love you all as well, no doubt. Thank you, California Forward. Appreciate it. You're an amazing woman. You're an amazing person. Outlaw says we will all be swapping Christmas cards soon. Yeah, absolutely. Ninja High says California Forward, and ODN says hello Ford. California Forward says Christmas cards. It's almost summer here, but yeah, Outlaw. Yeah, the sun doesn't set until 8:15 now, so we're getting closer and closer to summer, and that's why I can do my Walking with Purpose streams later on in the evening. So that's good. Aussie Outlaw, Michael Jackson has been quiet for years. He lost it. No new releases. Well, we know he's not around anymore. You know about that. Aussie, you're being very funny tonight. He's not living anymore, Outlaw. No, he knows that. He was just joking. Coach J-Rom says, I wasn't saying the SM7B is shitty. I was saying the SM58 sounded cleaner. No, I understood exactly what you said. Yeah, and I was just explaining to you that the SM58 and the SM7B, they have different, a little bit of a different frequency response. And so, I tried to tune them both as close to sounding similar as possible. That's the best I could do. We have 36 in the box. Wow, interesting. It's quite interesting to have 36 people here when I know there's a simulcast going on right now. And I don't care. I'll say it. Doesn't matter. We'll talk about that in a little bit. One final time here. That's very interesting. Hi, Firefly. How are you doing? Hi, Eli and chat. Hope you're all well. We're doing very well. Thank you so much for being here this late night or early morning, depending on where you're at. Oh, Pastor Mill is here. Pastor Mill is in the house. Pastor Mill, I'm going to give you a big round of applause. Now, Pastor Mill, I'm not favoring you. I just have a lot of love and respect for you because you're a pastor. I'm a life coach. And you and I both get scrutinized because we share our opinions about bad people on the internet. So we can try to help them, repent their sins and get better and become better people, and also protect others that are suffering based off these characters, right? Lots of love for you, Pastor Mill. You're an amazing man, and thank you so much for being here, bro. Are you on the West Coast or the East Coast in Canada? Well, what time zone are you in, Pastor Mill? What time is it in your neck of the woods? Coach Jerome says, good morning to CFO or California Forward Outdoors or California Forward. I keep forgetting the outdoors is not there. And she says, good morning to Coach J-Rom as well. ODN says, yes, the big, thick, heavy cord runs into an interface and then into a USB. Yes, that's called an XLR cable, ODN. I think you know what it is. And XLR was created by Canon many, many decades ago. They created the microphone cable. They called it an XLR cable because it was made for a specific, type of system, where the X stands for Canon X series, and then the L and R stand for latch release. Canon X series latch release, because XLR cables have a latch and a release on them, right? And they're 3 pins, and they create what's called balanced audio. And they have, if you get a good XLR cable like I have, or if you get good XLR cables like I have, they basically will zero out any interference. So you get really, really good, clean audio. But yes, you're talking about the XLR cable. Yeah, absolutely. 39 in the box. That's wow. Wow. I'm surprised in the middle of the night for 39 people to be here. Wow. Let's see. California Forward, Coach J, yep, I am at work. I pulled a muscle at home, so I am cool, just walking slow though. Well, I hope you get better soon. Pulling a muscle really, really sucks. Pastor Mill, good morning, says California Forward. And Aussie Outlaw says that Pastor Mill, good day, Pastor. Or Faster Pastor, he calls him. Firefly, thank you again for being here. Pastor Mill, thank you, sir. You're very welcome, Pastor Mill. Caroline D, Pastor. Hey, Caroline, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. Aussie Outlaw, Eli is the pastor of life coaching, similar to roles in a way. Well, thank you for that, bro. I mean, I appreciate that with lots of humility, man. Thank you very much. Pastor Mill at ODN with the thumbs up. California Forward. Firefly, got my feet up in a chair. I pulled a muscle at the house. Pastor Mill says hello at Aussie and California Forward and Retro Kittens Reality. Hi, everyone. Hello, Retro Kittens Reality. All right, so let's get right to it here because I'm not going to be on too terribly long. Hi, Eli. You're cute. Well, I've got a girlfriend, so I think you all know that. Well, thank you for the compliment. I haven't done my beard in a few days, and I'm going to be 50 at the end of the year, so don't mind me. I appreciate it. Thank you for the compliment. Pastor Mill says, actually, California Fort says, Pastor Mill, I got baptized a few weeks ago at a local church, sir. And Pastor Mill says, if I missed anyone, sorry. I'm running around trying to get my sermon finished. Oh, okay. California Fort, Coach Eli, yes, I will be all right. Well, that's great to hear. Firefly at California Ford, that sucks, Nate. Yeah, sorry to hear that. All right, so the show tonight is called Late Night Come to Jesus Moment Chat. One more time, Late Night Come to Jesus Moment Chat. If you haven't had a chance to watch my Walking with Purpose stream from earlier, check it out. It's about an hour and a half, and you'll get an understanding of what led to this show today and how I came to this Come to Jesus moment. And I wanted to have a chat about it with you folks. Earlier today, I did a show that was titled, I Am Not a Drama Channel. I am not a drama channel. Here's what it boils down to. One more time. I am not a drama channel. Here's what it all boils down to. Okay, episode number 472 of Walking with Purpose. I've done 472 live streams, walking a minimum of 3 miles. And I've been doing this for, 4+ years now. I used to do the walking streams and all my live streams on my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias, Melas, but now that's the pre-recorded channel. And last year, when my lady started doing content with me here, and we got this channel monetized, the second channel monetized, I moved all of my live streams here. But yeah, so check out that show. And I was explaining to people that I'm not a drama channel because some people were questioning me and saying, oh, you are a drama channel. I've gotten to know you more. I've seen more of your content, and you are a drama channel. And no, I'm not a drama channel because I don't instigate drama. I don't talk shit about people. All I do is I state the facts, and I respond to certain things that some creators put out, and I do it in a respectful, professional, and mature way, right? And what is my my desire to even talk about this or even, acknowledge this or even follow this? It's one thing, like I mentioned on my earlier walk. It's studying human behavior. I am fascinated, to say the least, at the behavior of, what I've seen throughout, many different groups out here on YouTube, but primarily one group that I used to kind of be a part of, at least with some of the people in that group. And, it just became very, very, very toxic. And I withdrew from it. But even after withdrawing from it, once you get on these people's radar, they will consistently keep coming at you for as long as you create content out here on YouTube. I just think it's one of the most surreal things. And it used to bother me years ago. And even though it doesn't bother me anymore, and it doesn't affect me anymore because I've moved past it and I'm growing with different people. Firefly with the $7.99 Australian, and Pastor Mill with the $11 Canadian. Oh my God. Big round of applause for the super chats. Oh my God, Pastor Mill and Firefly. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the super sticker, the $11.99, so $7.99 Australian super sticker. I believe that's Australian, Firefly. And Pastor Mill, thank you for your $11 Canadian super chat. God bless you, brother. Tell the missus I said hi. Absolutely, bro. God, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much. And YouTube figures it out for you. It says total chat revenue right now is $14.69 US. So I'm going to put $14.69 right there for the donations. California Ford Outdoors with a $2 super chat. Big round of applause. Wow, late night super chats. Oh my gosh. You folks are incredible. I don't expect any of this. We got to add a couple more dollars to that right now, and it's going to be $16.69. Thank you. Thank you again, Firefly, Pastor Mill, and California Ford. You're welcome, my friend. Yeah, Pastor Mill. Thank you, man. Thank you. Pastor Mill, I'm telling you, man, I want to get you monetized. You deserve to have a monetized channel. You deserve to have a greater voice than you have. I want to interview you as soon as possible when you're available. I know we've been talking about it, but we got to make it happen. How many of you would like to see me interview Pastor Mill right here on Coach Eli 2 Authentic live streams? Because I love watching this guy's videos. I love reading his community posts. I love what he says, and I believe in who you are. And I say that wholeheartedly, bro. I mean, and it's really great to reconnect with you. I know I was away for a while, late last year and earlier this year. I had to, work the DoorDash and Uber Eats thing to make a little extra money. But, now I'm back, and it's just really nice to reconnect with you great folks. But thank you so much. She hid me? Who hid you? Let me see here. 50 was great. I remember it well. Oh, you're over 50, man? Oh, I didn't know. I thought you were like in your 40s, Aussie. Rapper says, ew, Kitten is here. Who's Kitten? California Ford slept wild, and I woke up, didn't feel anything. So when I came home from walking the dog, I felt it. Oh, okay. California Ford, Pastor Mill, I thank you, sir. Rapper, what happened? Outlaw says, I missed today's walking stream. I'll get there at the end. Sadly, we're out visiting the local regional markets. We love them. Absolutely, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Aussie Outlaw, I don't think you've ever been a drama channel, but you address issues for sure. Well, absolutely. That's what a coach does. We identify issues, whether they're online or offline. And it's all about human behavior, Aussie Outlaw. It's all about human behavior. And I'm going to share my thoughts here probably for the 10th or 20th time over the last 4 or 5 years. Every time this news cycle starts, with this one group, it's the same lather, rinse, repeat process. It is. That's all it is, right? And I think finally, enough people have seen the light. Also, in addition to a lot of these creators, especially one of them being removed from the platform, and that does help. It's made a difference. I think people are really beginning to see the light. And I feel blessed for that because I've been working hard to get my message out for the last 6 years. And I honestly feel this one group in particular has done a very good job at stunting my growth, even though they say, they haven't. Now, part of it's my fault. I'm not going to, put the blame on them completely. I mean, some of the blame is my fault, but I've learned how to handle myself better. And also other people have learned to see what's really going on, and they're not buying into other people's BS about what they're saying regarding myself and other people. Right? Let's see here. Caroline D, sorry, Nightbot doesn't like a lot of emojis. My apologies on that. Sounds good. Bless many with that opportunity. Absolutely, Pastor Mill. Yes, the pastor is a good guy, Ninja. He is, absolutely. Alcy Outlaw says, I'm not into watching interviews. I do like just one-on-one chats. Well, it basically is a one-on-one chat. See, if you've had experience interviewing people like I have, I've done podcasting. I did podcasting for a long time before I even came out here on YouTube. So, and I've also done public speaking. It's not, you call it an interview because that's what it technically is, but it's just a friendly chat amongst two good people that are typically usually good friends, right? That's all it is. Good point there, Aussie Outlaw. Gorilla Bear Technology, I want to see an interview. Is that you? Gorilla Bear Tech, same dude? Is that dude that was friends with you that used to come at you, Ninja? Who is that the same guy? Are you still around, man? I forgot your name, man. It's been so long. Pastor Mill says, thanks, ODN. Pastor Mill says, yeah, a big part of the cancer has been cut out. Absolutely. Absolutely. It has made a big difference. And a lot of people that were contributing to that cancer, Pastor Mill, have seen the light and they've withdrawn. And now these people are coming to, I guess, other people that used to be a part of that cancer. And while the other side may be saying we're hate bonding, we're not hate bonding. We've always just wanted to come out here and hang out and create content and learn things and have fun and just, enjoy this amazing platform that's called YouTube. That's it, right? California Ford, amen, brother. Pastor Mill, Jesus has healed you. Absolutely, absolutely. Thank you, California, says Retro Kittens Reality. Outlaw says, that idiot that's been removed was trying to bully you for all those years, though he prefers to bully women. No, that's true. That's true. Pastor Mill, since little Jamie has been booted, there's a better feel on YouTube. Big round of applause, Pastor Mill! Yeah. That's true. That's absolutely true, Pastor Mill. And you know what? I wasn't talking about it before it happened because I just figured he's going to find a way to stay on this platform. I know you were talking about it and many others were talking about it. And I was trying to get people behind the scenes to stop talking about it. But now's the right time to talk about it and raise awareness and try to help as many people as possible move on. And then completely stop talking about it. And that's that. That's it. That's it. Coach Eli, I'm okay, man. I got no interest in hanging out with a delusional person who has no introspection or self-awareness. I don't understand what that means. Okay, man. I got no interest in hanging out with a delusional person who has no introspection or self-awareness. Rapper says, I miss you too, kitten. You're such a amazing person. California Ford, I'm trying to stay awake. I am chugging soda. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that, Coach J. Rom. I'm not quite sure. You are a amazing rapper, or amazing person rapper. I mean, okay. I don't know any of these people, but that's okay. That's no problem. So I got a bunch of emails earlier tonight or last night because it's after midnight. And okay. Sorry, things keep popping up in the chat. It gets a little distracting. And they opened up my eyes. And many people emailed me. I'm not going to mention who emailed me. Several people. And it opened up my eyes about what's really going on here. And one particular person I will mention, I'll say this respectfully, is, Tammy from the looking from the bright side, looking on the bright side with Tammy. I believe that's what her channel is. I think that's what it is. Let me see here. Yeah, looking on the bright side with Tammy. 6 hours ago, her and I both canceled out on the show in the middle of my stream, my walking stream earlier, that is. And then at the end of the show, we I was kind of calling her out, and I said, we should still do it unless you're afraid to have a conversation with me. So then she accepted, but, after getting a bunch of emails and really thinking things over and digging a little bit deeper, I decided, and I emailed Tammy professionally and said that now's not the right time to do the show. Maybe down the road, we can revisit it at that point. And here's the reason, if you're watching this, Tammy, or anyone else, quite frankly, Tammy, I don't think you're a bad person, but I just don't trust you because, you're affiliated with that other side. And, it's cool that they supported you and didn't attack you regarding your, the death of your daughter. That's cool, but that still does not excuse what's happened through that group for the last 4 to 5 years. And, many people don't like, how vile the leader of that group is. Just because he's been nice to you doesn't mean he's not a vile person to most other people. And I'm sorry, I firmly believe in guilty by association. Like, if you're a good person, if you're a business professional and you're a good person, and you want to have a professional interview with someone like me, why would you associate with one of the most vile people on the planet that, talks about women in very degrading ways, and even men too? But, him going at women is even worse. I can understand to a certain extent him coming at men because, it's just man on man, and, we just learned to ignore that stuff. But, when a man's going to be that abusive to women, even if it's verbally, even if he's never put his hands on a woman physically, like verbal abuse and mental and emotional abuse is, in my opinion, almost worse than hitting a woman, right? Right? If you're going to support that, okay, then, I just can't trust that this interview was going to go the right way. I also don't know what you were going to ask me. I don't know if you were, going to criticize me on, how I make my money or my living situation or whatever. I don't care. I'll come out publicly again and say, hey, you know what? I've done decent for myself. I worked in the insurance industry for a while. I've reinvested my money and I've made it stretch. I've had other income sources too, but why does that even matter, right? Okay. My lady and I also live in the family-owned home where I pay the mortgage, and the mortgage in this home is cheaper than what it would cost me to rent an apartment. So why not do that when this family home has lots of space, right? And, we've got this nice in-law unit, 2,000 square feet, right? And, eventually down the road, the estate's going to be mine. Now, I'm not saying that in a negative way to wish bad on my mom. I love my mother. My mother's an amazing woman. But, I had a feeling, I got the feeling like you were going to just ask me a bunch of irrelevant questions to try to trigger me. And here's the thing, Tammy, I don't have a problem answering any question here on my own show without you even interrogating me. But that's the feeling I got, right? And I ended up, Tammy, I don't know a lot about you, but I ended up doing my research. I ended up doing a lot of research with interactions you've had with many people on this platform, and they didn't go well. Okay. Now, to be fair, Tammy, the people that you had those interactions with, a lot of them I'm not fond of and don't have any respect either, and they're drama people too, right? But I just didn't get a feeling. I didn't get the feeling like it was going to go right. I started to get the feeling like I was being set up. And I'll explain more because lots of other things have happened. And when I put the pieces together for you folks, you're all going to understand it. But let me check out the chat here real quick before I continue. Okay. Let's check out the chat again. Give me a second here. Tammy is toxic, says Love of Art. California Forward. Oh, I am allergic to crab and lobster. Okay. Pastor Mill, trust but verify. Keep up your guard all the time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Aussie Outlaw. I was in a live earlier and that lady gets like 45 views on videos and people have ROs on her, they were saying. Well, I haven't heard any of that and I don't want to get involved, but it just started to feel odd and not right. I started to get that feeling in my gut that something is up here. And I already knew she was involved with the other side. But after some other things transpired today, where the other side, decided to start the same cycle again, that's when I knew that something was up here. I honestly feel, Tammy, that you're just a supporting cast member of that group. And for Mr. James, let's call him that, right? And this is going to be one aspect of setting me up for more content for him. Okay. And he was going to probably come in and troll the chat with all the people from his group. Right. Additionally, today, I saw a posting and, again, I'm not going to mention certain things here. I have agreements with certain people from the past to not, talk about them. And I'm going to honor those agreements. Regardless of how they treat me. And I saw a posting that I guess the baton has been passed for someone new to start simulcasting or rebroadcasting my live streams as they're happening live, right? And I guess they passed the baton off to some guy, BH. We'll just call him. His name is Brutally Honest. I really don't care. People will find out about these channels anyway. So I don't care mentioning them. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect me. And quite frankly, more power to you, Brutally Honest. Create what you want to create. But he's an actual drama channel. He is a real drama channel. And he just had his 1 year anniversary. And, he's going to start to rebroadcast my stuff. And I don't know if you're thinking about getting your channel monetized at some point, Brutally Honest, but if you continue to use my content or other people's content, they're not going to monetize you with reused content, okay? Ask all the people in that group that you are helping create content on me, that's all you're doing, bro. That's exactly what you're doing. Ask them. They've all had issues with monetization for reused content and other issues. So I have no problem. If you want to do it, sir, to the same group of people that have been hating on me for years, you're never going to grow past that, sir. And it's going to affect your channel more than help you. So, and another thing, dude, I tuned in to your channel before I went live. And that's not why I ran behind. I was waiting for ODN to finish, and then I had to use the restroom. I had other things to do, right? And you're criticizing me for being late, sir. Sir, you don't know who I am. I don't know who you are. Okay? And you're doing this because you've been asked to do it by, people from Jamie's side and his other partners and stuff, sir. And I just think that's really pathetic because, number one, I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. And you're just going by what they're saying, sir. And what kind of a human being is going to judge someone based on other people's opinions instead of getting to know that person, right? Okay. And, sir, there really is no comparison because I show my face and use my real name, and you hide in plain sight, sir, and you don't use your name, right? To me, you're like a troll, sir. That's all, right? So you can talk all the smack you want about me. You can do whatever it is you want to do. This has been played out for 5 years. It's the same thing. Last year, the cycle with the same Jamie people, right? Let's call it the Jamie management team, right? The Jamie management team last year recruited a young, early 20s man. I forgot what country he was in. His name was Wisdom of the original cartel, right? Wisdom of the original cartel, right? And this guy was like, "Oh, Coach Eli, Cook." He used to call me Cookie. Like they make fun. They call me Cuck Eli, right? Even though I'm the furthest thing from that. I have a woman in the other room, and like we don't share. We don't, right? But this dude would be like, "Oh, Cook Eli, oh, I'm a much better YouTuber than you, Cook Eli, cook like a chef, right?" He couldn't even say cuck. He would call me cook, right? Anyway. So yeah, that guy was doing the rebroadcast last year. Like that was a different cycle. Now here's another cycle with the same people, right? Because most people, they don't care. Like if people, the people that enjoy my content that I put out there, including when I do it with my lady, okay, are going to come here and support it here. The people that don't like me, the reason why they don't like me is because they're forced to hate me through that hate group. And that's a limited group, and it's never going to grow past 20 or 30 people. And if whenever you have more than 20 or 30 people there, then you're getting botted or you're getting trolled. So you're not going to grow your channel in that way, dude. So I carry on, do what you got to do. But you're going to see how much more this is going to hurt you just because you're conforming to, Master James or Chroma King Master James wants, right? Let's see. California Forward, God's with us always. Forgive your enemies as God will forgive you. I've forgiven them all. I forgive Jamie. I forgive any one of his business partners. I forgive everyone on that side. I have no hate for any of them. I just want no association with them, and I don't want to associate with anyone that chooses to associate with them as well, right? You can't play both sides of the fence. You can't. It doesn't work that way. California Forward, 15 years ago, I left an abusive marriage, and years later, I found the right man for me. Congratulations on that, California Forward. 35 in the box. 5:09 a.m. Eastern, 2:09 a.m. Pacific, and we are at 50 minutes. I need to wrap this up soon. Let's see here. Aussie Outlaw. Did I lose it here? Nobody watches these people, but they somehow have such self-importance. Maybe I'm a harsh judge. No, you're not. No, you're not. I mean, here's the thing. If these people had actual content that was sustainable, they wouldn't keep trying to stir the pot with myself and many other people every year. It's like a cycle. And it's not just me. It's other people, like a lot of these women, like Granny's Watching Jess, and other people too, right? And the interesting thing is this, now you have people that used to not like Jamie and his group, and now they're a part of his group. Like you've got CJ, known as Country Joe. I think she changed her channel to Elvis and Elvis and Veronica, because that's like her real name, right? Veronica, I believe, right? And and then you have this other, married couple, Kraft. We're going to talk about you, Crafton and Kim, not barely, but a little bit. We're going to talk about you briefly is what I'm trying to say. We're going to talk about you briefly. So, and I'm sure you're watching. I'm sure you're watching because Crafton and Kim, you two are the biggest drama, let's just say drama W's on YouTube. Like you guys are, man, I'm just surprised your channel's still up. I'm sure you've dealt with community guideline strikes and copyright issues and all this and that. And I heard a little bit of your last show, where you talked about me, Crafton. I'll address that briefly. But that's going to be it. It's not going to go any further than that, because you really don't know who I am, right? None of you really know who I am. None of you know what I'm capable of and what I know, right? So don't assume. So I'm going to clear it all up here in a second. Let's see here. Pastor Mill, I did good as well, Eli. Money is a blessing. Absolutely, man. That's, I'm really glad to hear that, Pastor Mill, and I appreciate your donations. I want to get you monetized, bro. We'll interview you here when you're ready. I'll email you in the next few days. We'll set it up. We'll get you to 1,000 subs. I'm sure you have the watch hours are close to it, and we'll get you monetized. Because honestly, man, I mean, you understand this YouTube thing. You get it, man. And I love the fact that you're a pastor and you stand up for what you believe in, man. I love that. I love that. Well, good to know, Coach Eli. Mortgage in Southern California is so expensive. Well, this is a home that was purchased by my family in 1984. If I had to pay mortgage on what this house is worth now, no, forget about it. Forget about it. No, the mortgage in this house is cheaper than me renting a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, that's so it was a no-brainer. Plenty of space here. I've got plenty of space to, have my studio, have a separate entrance from the outside that my lady and I can come in. Plenty of room for the dogs and everything, right? So, if people want to criticize or talk shit, I don't care. Like, if you want to bring me on to interview me and then, try to pull a bait and switch or whatever, I don't care, right? It doesn't matter. People will be looking to take you off your game, Eli. Of course, Pastor Mill, they've been doing that for years, but, it doesn't work, I mean, I've had a lot of experience in the corporate world, and then being an entrepreneur, I did a lot of networking in person to grow my insurance business over the last 10 to 15 years before I sold my insurance business. Met a lot of people in person, ran networking events, had leaders in my networking organization that try to challenge me and belittle me. I've dealt with drama in the real world too, so trust me, I had some experience before coming on YouTube, but it was nothing. It was nothing like it was when I when I came out here. I didn't even know what a troll was initially. I've said that before. I'll say it again. California Forward, Outlaw, I gave myself time to heal before I met this guy. He was in an abusive marriage as well, so we are getting to know each other better. Thanks, Outlaw. Hey, Sifu Smo, how you doing? Welcome to the show, bro. He says, hey, rapper. California Ford rapper, be careful, okay? Ninja says, yo, Sifu. Pastor Mill, brutally stupid. Okay. Sifu Smo, hey, ODN, what's up, bro? Hey, what's going on? We still have 35 here. That's not bad with a simulcast happening. I'm quite surprised. Pastor Mill, with the praying emoji. Love of art, brutally honest. Had to go to jail for harming his own mother. Well, listen, whether that's true or not, I'm not here to attack the guy. I don't care if that's true or not. I'm not here to judge. based on what people have done in the past, I'm looking to see if people are reformed and they become better people, right? But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if that was true. But again, I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to attack the guy just because he's rebroadcasting me. I'm going to try to get through to him and say, look, dude, do what you got to do. But you're basically being a guinea pig, dude. That's all you are. And, the only person that's going to make money off of that is going to be Jamie and maybe one or two of his other business partners. The rest of you, including you, are just sheep. And if you think you're going to, like I said, if you think you're going to use this to get to 1,000 subs and get your watch time and get monetized, why don't you ask Wisdom of the Original Cartel? I don't think he's still monetized, right? And they're not going to monetize you with reused content, right? Right? Even the people that convinced you to do this, dude, they know that because they've been through that. They've been removed for reused content. But anyway, you'll find out. Don't take my word for it, dude. He's streaming you now, brother. Of course he is. He's been streaming me since I've been on and before that. I already knew about this Pastor Mill. I already knew this was going to happen like 5-6 hours ago because there was a community posting on it, right? I'm only mentioning it because it's the same cycle every year when Jamie sets a target to try to create fake instigated drama to keep, his entertainment business going. It's been the same MO for years. That's all it is. The same MO. That's all it is. Let me see here. So sad, says California Forward. Pastor Mill, at Love of Art, yes, he has shameful. Aussie Outlaw, that brutally honest weirdo complained because I restreamed Saved Robbie's wedding with commentary as it didn't have any funny how it is okay for him to restream you. Yeah, they're hypocrites because that's how these people are. If it helps them get ahead or they think they can get ahead, they're okay with it. But if they feel you're going to take from them to get ahead, they're not okay with that, but they want to take from you, right? That's what it is. Aquarian baby, brutally honest is the bomb. I'm going to go ahead and remove that person, even though you just deleted their comment. Go ahead and ban them next time, California Forward. You timed them out. No, we'll just ban them. Are the trolls coming in now? Yeah. Aussie Outlaw, Granny is awesome. Great chick with a cool channel. Yeah, I've never had a problem with Jess. Granny's watching Jess. I've never had a problem with her. I just think she continued to feed into Jamie for far too long. But see, here's the thing. She was making money off it, so more power to her. If Jamie was going to make money from her, then she should make money from him. And she made a lot of money doing it. And I have no problem with her doing that because that's what Jamie was using her for, right? Late show, Eli. LOL, says Steve Busmo. That's right. California Forward Outlaw. That is awesome. I do get it, says Pastor Mill. Outlaw, which state did you go to? Firefly. I like Granny. She can be pretty funny. Aussie Outlaw, East Coast. We met up with lots of YouTubers on my travels. That's cool, Aussie. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Oh, man, that's funny. I'm not going to read that. California Forward, Outlaw, that's a blessing, brother. We got tons of YouTube creators here in California. All right. So, yeah, this is all, what this all, before I end up the show talking about Crafton and Kim, okay? All I'm going to say is this. I was in ODN's live stream earlier. It was a little over 2 hours long. I enjoyed your live stream, ODN. It was great. Please continue doing those. Even with the video you were playing and critiquing, I loved that. We got to chat in the chat, and it really made sense with what we were talking about and what we've been going through. That was a great, great choice, brother. Appreciate that. Okay. But we were talking about this. And by the way, Brutally Lauren has been unblocked here. She's been very nice to me, very civil. And I figured, Brutally Lauren, you would come around at some point because I never thought of you as a bad person, but I think getting mixed up with some of these people, especially the ones we've been talking about, I think that's what caused the issues. And it's really nice to hear. It was really nice to hear what you said in the chat, because what won me over again to give you another chance, Lauren, was the fact that you were spot on with everything you were saying about me, and I appreciate it. Thank you. I think Granny stopped talking about him, but he keeps doing it. Of course, that's what he does. He talks about everyone. That's his content. We are his content, bro. Jesus Christ 2.0 in the house. That's great. This stream is very informative. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, California Forward Outdoors. Now, so this is what this all boils down to. Okay? All Jamie's doing is restarting the cycle. The thing is, he's been removed from YouTube. He's been banned evading. He's got one channel that's been up for over a week. I'm surprised it's still up. He has I'll just say it, I don't care, the Revenge of the Legion channel, right? Then he also had Revenge of the Legion 2. And I checked earlier tonight. And yes, I have the links because I'm curious. I'm curious to see what happens. That's all. Everyone's curious. So don't question me on my curiosity, because I'm fascinated by the human behavioral aspect of this, not the drama, right? And so his Revenge of the Legion 2 channel, TOO, as well, meaning as well, says the channel does not exist. I'm assuming he put it to, or he hid the channel. I'm assuming he hid the channel to protect it, because he knows the main Revenge of the Legion channel will go down probably soon, right? So then he'll switch people to that. He got people to subscribe to that and the main channel he's on. And when that goes down, he will unhide the other one and switch them over. And then he'll start another one, and the cycle will continue, right? But in addition, earlier today, he was temporarily suspended from Twitch for 7 days for, what was it, harassment? I think it was. Let me see here. Give me a second. Let me see here. This channel is temporarily unavailable due to a violation of Twitch's community guidelines or terms of service. Go figure, right? And he got a community tab on that main channel, right? And he was posting about it. As a matter of fact, I'll just read it. I don't care. Let me see. I will just read it. I wasn't banned on Twitch, idiots. I got a 7-day suspension, probably because one of you spies flagging me. No, dude, because you violate the terms of service. I bet people flag me all the damn time. I never go down because I don't violate the terms of service, man. Or else, how would you know it went down? Because we all have the link, dude, and we're checking on it to see what happens. And I'm not even flagging you. I don't flag anyone anymore. But I'm curious to see what happens because I'm fascinated by the human behavior aspect of this whole thing, including you, sir. Including your behavior pattern. You can stop celebrating and jerking your puds now. God, you're such losers. Oh, we are such losers, sir. We are such losers. That's one of the biggest projections I've ever seen on the planet. Biggest projection right there ever. I'll be back streaming there in no time. Yeah, but now you're on their radar, dude. Cry about it. You can stop obsessed. You can stop being obsessed with me anytime now, any minute now. I've stopped obsessing over you, and I never was obsessed over you. I stopped just caring. I'm just fascinated by what happens. Because like I said, I'm curious about the human behavior aspects of it. So, yeah. Let's see. Somebody wrote in the comment section, you haven't been banned yet, but you're not exactly off to a great start. You need to do some research and find out which platform is most friendly to compulsive harassers. I'll give you a big round of applause for that comment. Compulsive harassers. Man, I could not have said it better myself. Who am I harassing? You're coming to my channel, idiot, is what he says. At Revenge of the Legion, I'm not harassing you, just giving you sage advice. He is. Here's the thing. He's too much of a sociopath to admit that he knows what he's doing is wrong. He knows. Deep within, he knows he violates the terms of service. He knows that. And then Revenge of the Legion says, Ward Stewart, your advice is unwanted and hypocritical. Whoa, oh my God, that's another big projection right there, man. I'm sure you support much worse people. No, dude. There are people that have done worse things than you, James. But the bottom line is, you're so consistent at being, you're at being vile. You're such a consistent, vile person that, you know, it doesn't get much worse than that. And Ward Stewart says to James, how many channels have you had either terminated or suspended within the last few weeks? Well, he had 5 initially, then another 5, and now the Twitch one 6. So a total of 11 channels between multiple platforms. Actually, 10 of them were on YouTube, and 1 was on Twitch, right? And it will end up going down because now he's on Twitch's radar. They're going to be watching him, and when people flag him, he's going to go down. And Twitch will remove you much quicker than YouTube. Let me see here. I thought there were more comments there. Let me see. You know what? I think he deleted some comments. There were a lot more. Oh, I think he deleted all these replies. The Tarot with Trisha, people can say they don't care that you're on Twitch, but I know ET is who's he? Anyone knows who ET is? I know ET is reporting you for being on Twitch on Twitter, so there's that. And there were like a ton of replies there, and he deleted them all because I guess he didn't like what they said, right? That's okay. You can delete people. You can delete things. I delete hateful stuff all the time too, James. But in this case, you deleted them because they were speaking the truth about what you do. That's it. Give me a second here. And look at this. Look at some of these people. What they do, they enable his behavior because they're just like him. Like attracts like. And Patty says, and the fan club goes marching on. You're an obsession, my dear. Be proud. We're not obsessed with him. It's fascinating to see this type of human behavior continue to persist. It's just incredibly fascinating. I look forward to seeing how far he can take this. To be honest, right? It's like I'm just it's an interesting thing to say the least, and he knows it. He knows it. That's what he's playing off of. It still doesn't excuse what he does out here, though. Well, he's almost 40, Sifu Smo, and acts like a 15-year-old. How sad. That's true. Jesus Christ 2.0. He always deletes comments. He can't handle criticism. And then he blames me that I can't handle it either, right? Wow, school kids are more mature than it. Firefly, exactly, California Ford. Throwing a tantrum like a spoiled brat rather than taking what is reality. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Man, let's see here. Still have 35 people here. 20 likes. Thank you so much for being here. 35 people in the middle of the night with a simulcast going on. Thank you to the folks that are here supporting this channel. Appreciate you all. Seriously. Jesus Christ 2.0 says, sorry, let's go up a little more. Guys like brutal, I'm not going to say what you said there, dude, but you're talking about brutal, that brutal dude. Restreaming usually are bottom dweller YouTubers with like 400 to 500 subs. They never get bigger. Right, he'll never grow. He'll never grow past where he's at doing this stupid shit. Firefly, California Ford, he's the YT god. That's pretty funny, Firefly. Firefly, you're my new people. Ninja says, wow, that Jesus actually has Jesus as his handle. LOL. Yeah. California Ford, other platforms are strict when it comes to harassment and bullying. Firefly, haha, take the walk of shame, dude. California Ford, 30 minutes, I will go use the ladies' room. Okay. Jesus Christ 2.0 says he should be a better person. I agree, Jesus Christ 2.0. California Ford says, Jesus save us all. I agree. Amen to that. Old Dirty Ninja, let's just put it this way. I have more respect for violent criminals than I do for that millennial weasel. I can understand why you'd say that, bro. Ninja, my thoughts exactly, says California Ford. Wow. People respect hardened criminals more than James. Wow. California Ford, wow, school kids are more mature than that. That's right. Already read that. Jesus, he needs you to save him, says California Ford. Will not own up to his responsibility. He is beyond the point of saving, says Jesus Christ 2.0. I think you're right. Oh, well, man. Jesus sent him to hell. Yeah. Well, if he doesn't turn things around soon, he might end up there. I don't know. That's for God to decide. It's not my place to decide, right? All right, one final thing before we go off the air. How many of you in here know Crafton and Kim? Okay, I'm going to talk about you, Crafton and Kim, for a few minutes here, and then I'm done. Crafton, I've never said anything negative about you or your wife. You know that, right? But you and your wife are big drama shit disturbers, and that's how you have grown your channel, and that's how you feel you are going to sustain making whatever revenue you're making or whatever views you're getting, right? And if that's what you want to do, that's totally fine. But here's the thing, dude. What is your actual beef with me? Again, you're a part of the Lycan Legion, or whatever you call it, right? The Jamie group, right? And you used to hate the guy. You reached out to me over a year ago to talk about, him because you were having bad experiences, right? And I'm glad that never happened because you flipped and now you're like his best friend, right? I've never once said anything negative about you or your wife. So where's your beef with me? And if you're going to try to use, Jenny's books and vlogs or Johnny Rockets to mentally challenged or mentally affected people, I don't know exactly what they have, but they're disabled in some capacity. I'm not here to hate upon them, and I'm not here to talk smack about them. And I think you know that, right? Right? But see, you, Crafton, along with your wife, Kim, you like to spin narratives just like Jamie does to create shock value and get people to tune in, right? And I understand that, which is why it doesn't bother me. Nothing you say bothers me, right? And, as far as, Johnny and Jenny's books and blogs, they have a channel out here, both of them, and they are both susceptible to the court of public opinion and scrutiny. And just because someone is disabled or mentally challenged or whatever, if they're going to put themselves out in the public spotlight, then they're susceptible to that in the same ways anyone is. And in addition, Crafton, they don't want any special treatment. And you're trying to give them special treatment, sir. Okay? That's just my opinion, sir. Right? Now, I also heard, I think your wife, Kim, let me see if I can even find this. Because there was a comment that she responded. If I can search and find this real quick, I will read it. Oh, here it is. So, Life in the Red Kim, which must be her own separate channel. I don't know. I'm assuming. Because I actually responded to, I commented in a video that I think Jamie's Corner did on me. And Kim from Crafton and Kim says, first, yes, me and Crafton are married. Crafton and I. It's always proper to mention the other person first. That's proper English. But that's okay. We're not counting grammar. Second, we are very close with Jenny and wonder when you are going to reply to her question about why someone slightly left uses the word mentally challenged when talking about those on the spectrum and with intellectual disabilities. I don't know exactly what she has. I've never heard her say it. I was assuming, and if I was wrong, sorry. I wasn't trying to attack her. But see, you want to spin the narrative into drama content, right? And make it appear worse than it actually is, right? And she's attacked me many times on this platform. So should I give her a free pass because she's disabled in some way? No. If she doesn't want to deal with scrutiny, just like you and Crafton deal with, then don't be a YouTuber, right? That's the bottom line, okay? No, I understand, Outlaw. I understand what you mean by that. I thought that was a great question since I am a parent to a son on the spectrum and I am a legal advocate for adults with IDD. I was actually really eager to hear your reply. Please leave Jenny and Johnny TF the fuck alone. Thanks. First of all, ma'am, your attitude is horrible, and that's lacking professionalism to say leave them TF alone, right? You could have approached that in a much more respectful, professional, and mature way. But that's not how you want to handle things because, again, you want to create shock jock value content to get more people on your channel for, your drama channel. That's it, right? That's all it is, right? I have no problems with you. And, I never talk about you. The only reason why you talk about me is because you follow your Lord, Master, and Savior, James. That's it. That's all you do. That's what you folks do. Okay? And I've known these people a lot longer than you have. I've known Jenny and Johnny a lot longer than you have. So trust me, there's a lot more history than you're even aware of. And again, you're just trying to make content out of anything possible, right? Now, Crafton, another thing, and here's the thing. I don't deal lightly with threats, but I also handle it maturely. And I know that words are just words, right? And I don't feel threatened by you. And I'm just going to let it go. But all I'm going to say is this, you're coming at me and saying that, if I don't stop, you're going to come at me 10 times harder. Sir, here, first of all, I'm not doing anything wrong, right? And I don't plan on talking to Johnny, Jenny, you, Kim, Jamie, or any one of his, minions in that group ever again. As you can see, I've been live in the middle of the night I'm being rebroadcasted. They probably have 30 people there, and I've had 30 to 35 people here in addition to, what they're doing there, right? I probably have a total of 70 people watching me between the simulcast and this channel here in the middle of the night. And those are legitimate numbers, not botted numbers, right? Okay. So I don't need your drama sector. I don't need anything from that side. I just wanted to respond because you're a part of that Jamie group. And what's happening here, it's leading back to one person, Jamie, and maybe one or two other people that are making money doing this. The rest of you are just patsies. The rest of you are just, suckers, right? You're guinea pigs. That's all you are, right? Jenny's books and blogs is a compulsive liar for Jamie. Yeah, she is. Yeah. She doesn't get a free pass for talking shit about other people on the platform and attacking people. I've never once attacked her. All I've said is I'm not interested in working with her because she doesn't respect me. She comes at me on behalf of Jamie and his group. So I want nothing to do with her. That's all I said. She asked me for an interview. I said, no, I'm not interested, right? But see, here's the thing, Crafton. I've been through the ringer, and I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. I think you may be just a little bit older than me. I'm going to be 50 years old. You said that, you've been on the internet longer than I've been born. I doubt that, sir. I've been on the forefront of this whole thing. I live in Silicon Valley, and I've been through the ringer on YouTube. I've been stalked and harassed in person. I've had people put pedophilia flyers on Craigslist regarding me. I've had everything under the sun done to me, sir. So, look, I'm not worried about anything. And quite frankly, I want nothing to do with you or Kim or anyone else. And same with the people here, right? But I just wanted to respond because I thought it was just rather interesting that you've been talking mad smack about me for a week or however long it's been, and you don't even know who I am. We've never talked. I've never been on one of your panels. You've never been on one of mine, right? And I very rarely have ever followed your content because it's not my cup of tea. So somebody had to instigate you to do this, right? And we all know who that is. She uses her disability as an excuse to slander people. Right. She uses her disability as a crutch. And that's not cool, Crafton. And I'm being honest about it, right? But hey, I'm not going to talk about Jenny or Johnny, regardless of what you say or don't say. I have no desire to talk about any of you. That's it, right? But continue creating your content. Keep talking about me and create and continue to create or try to create that shock value to try to get more super chats and super stickers and donations and views, monetized playbacks. I get the game. I get it. I'm a part of the game too. But the difference with me is I do it legitimately. I don't try to trick people or create fake instigated drama and try to make it appear real to grow. That's the difference right there. Aussie Outlaw, YouTube isn't a nursing home for mentally disabled people or mentally disturbed people, but the place is full of them. It is, absolutely. Nothing to do with Jenny. Sorry, I have a different opinion and think she is amazing and lovely. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's caught up with the wrong person, Jamie. And she's been attacking me on Jamie's behalf for years. That's the truth of the matter. That's the truth, Aussie. Being honest with you. End of story. All right, folks, I got to get going. We've been on for an hour and 25 minutes. It's 5:44 a.m. Eastern, 2:44 a.m. Pacific. I gotta turn this off, hit the sack, and get up early, spend the day with my lady, and then her and I will more than likely do a show here from the studio tomorrow. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.